You haven't gotten your food yet. Look at just like the pizza. So if I'm sitting here, I'm sitting here. Hello. Hey, look how much the lag. It's funny. I sit here, look at the camera. It takes about a minute before it actually shows up on the live stream. We got a little bit of lag going on here, so this could be funny. But yeah. So what I got out here, we have Dyson-Stein, and we're just getting ready to populate our graveyard. Each monster, you get a card that describes it, also shows the dice, and each monster has 9 dice. And on the board here, you have different tombstones. Notice there's like 3 of these guys. So there's 3 of each tombstone. And then you have your army board, and this tells you which monster is actually buried in which kind of tombstone. And then you have your boss monsters here at the bottom. And so what we do, well, before we pop out, so whenever I turn in, I can turn in my monsters for the horde. If I turn in one of, I have to turn in the ones that are here to get 4 of them in any combination. You get 5 victory points, 3 of these in any combination to get 3, 2 of these in any combination to get 1. These give you 0 points, so I guess you just empty your hand, and maybe you have some secret cards that you want there. And then of course I could turn in any 3 parts for 2 victory points from this monster, any 7 points for 6 victory points for that boss, and any 5 for 4 victory points from that boss. So what we do, let me scooch a little bit out of the way so you can see the board, is I got this set up for a 4-player game, and I gave each player 3 dice to make it easier. So I'm just going to draw 4 cards here. So we got a boss monster over here, another boss monster. So our top row, we have the Mummy, the Swarm, the Plant Man, and the Vampire. Okay. And so we're going to put there. Okay. And then we're going to place their dice in the appropriate spots. So the Mummy is here on the orange thing. So we do 3 dice in each spot. And the reason we're doing this way, if we had more people, we'd be able to speed this up. Swarmlings are here, green pillars. Yeah, there's a couple of dice in this game. I think they said 117 or something like that.
It's on the very top of it. It's on the top.
And we got the Plant Man. And each one of these monsters has a special ability, so if you use any part of the monster in your monster, you get that special ability. So that's a lot of fun. And the Plant Man is in for the So, as you can see, the setup of this game is a little bit on the tedious side, but it's not too bad. And then finally the Vampire is a little bit painful side. Hello, sir. That is a fun, screw your neighbor, take that type game. So it looks like it's a cutesy little kid's game, but it's really not. It's a, I'm going to flip the table over game. Okay. Then for the next row, we got 3 more monsters to deal with. We got the gargoyle, the unicorn, and the clown. Gargoyle is here. Here. Okay. The unicorn. Like I say, in the rules, there's a cheat sheet that explains all this stuff. So the unicorn's in the blue. And then the clown is on the little purple angel. And as you can see, there's some squares that have 2 tombs in them, and some squares have 3. So now then our 2 victory point guys, we got the werewolf and the invisible man. And the werewolf is on the blue spots. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Right now, just kind of gathering things in.
Okay. And what I'm doing now is I'm setting up Dysenstein, which is a game with a massive quantity of dice. First flare marker, and then finally we got the robot, the Gillman, and the Mantis. Oh, we forgot to place the invisible man. And then the robot, pink. Oh yeah. Green. Okay. And then finally our Yellman is on the blue. So as you can see, the board gets pretty populated with dice at the beginning of the game. So there's 12 monsters, each with 9 dice. So that's a lot of dice. So let me put my dice bags away in my box here so I don't lose them. Okay. So now we got the board laid out. Then we determine first player. We just pick, and that player picks an avatar monster. So, as you can see, we got really huge meeples, wooden meeples. There's your vampire, here's your robot, and of course, your Frankenstein. So, now, everybody starts out with this henchman guy, and he has a special ability called disloyalty, which causes you 2 points of damage. So, if we look, I don't know if you can see this very well, but you got 4 places where you place dice. So as long as any henchman is visible, you get the disloyalty thing costing you 2 points of damage. But as you play, as you gather up more monster parts, you would replace those with the monster parts. So, and each monster has a different ability. So let's just look at the mantis. I don't know if you can make out those numbers at the bottom, but if I had the head of a mantis, I would get 3 points in dig and 3 points in move. And so you use dig to gather the dice from the thing. So let's just kind of go through this. So say I was here, my henchman has 1 health, 5 health, 6 health. So he's up to 6 health. Has no mind, because he's mindless. He ends up with 3 dig. He ends up with 1 move, 2 moves, and 1 attack. Okay. So what happens on his turn, if he starts out here, he's just getting ready to go in, he can move up to 2 in a straight line. You can't move diagonal unless you have the gargoyle, which gives you a wings to allow you to move diagonal. But anyway, so say he moves here and here. So he's in this square, there's a little square here. So, and then he wanted to dig. So to dig, all he does is takes all the dice, in this case there are 3 tombs there, so there's 9 dice. Puts them in the dice bag, mix them up, and he has a dig of 3. So he can dig 3 dice out of that. So, without looking, 1, got a swarm part, got a mantis part, and another mantis part. And then the rest of these dice go back in that square to be dug up by somebody else. Okay? And then the vampire would have the same thing. So he starts over here. He can move 2. So he goes 1, 2, 1, 2, because he really likes these clowns. And because again, everybody starts out the same, he's going to dig for 3. And he's going to get 1, 2. So he has 2 clown parts and a swarm part. And it would go to the 3rd and 4th player, and then we would go around, and if, say for example, these 2 guys ended up in the same spot, say the red moved into my spot, okay? That would make a fight, and we both, with just henchmen, get 1 attack die, and the attack die have no damage, 1 damage, or 2 damage. And notice we started out with 6 health. Also at the end of my turn, because of this loyalty, I would be down to 4 health. So I rolled I didn't do any damage to him. He did 1 damage to me, and because he was the attacker, he would then move me 2 spots. And as soon as we get some people here, we'll start this again and see if we can get an actual game in. But that's pretty much the basic setup of Dyson Style and a little quick high-level overview. So, talk to you later.